Nick Kyrgios, our favorite Aussie bad boy, is now back in the news. But this time he's talking about the R word. Yep, retirement. And it might just happen after the Australian Open. Let's find out more. Nick Kyrgios has said that he plans to retire soon if he ends up winning a Grand Slam. But why has the Aussie bad boy suddenly decided to give up on the game? Well, the star says it's fatigue from constant travel. Can't really blame him. Things must get super chaotic. When you look at it, the past year was Kyrgios' best showing in a Grand Slam tournament. Like, he ended up finishing second at Wimbledon to Novak Djokovic and making it to the fourth round of the US Open. The Australian hinted at retirement to reporters in Dubai earlier. Hopefully I can win a slam and then retire. Wow, now that he's said it explicitly, I can feel an ache in my heart. The world number 22 confirmed to Eurosport that his statement was true. And then, maybe he gauged how people would be super upset because he gave some more deets. He said that his time away from home competing on the ATP Tour had negatively impacted his personal life. Ouch! Kyrgios said that if he were to win his first Grand Slam singles title, he probably would retire.
At this time of my career, like, I'm 28, I'm probably, getting into the later stages of my career. I didn't look after my body as well as looking around and just embracing every little moment, every little light in that stadium, it's special.
But why is all this travel time hurting him so much? Since he's originally from Australia, he found the extensive travel and extended periods of separation from loved ones very trying. I kinda get his point. It must be pretty annoying to be away from your family for so long. He said that professional athletes who put in so much time training miss out on the simple pleasures of life with their families. Nick said that he had given more than his fair share of sacrifices for his sport. Now, of course, when he said sacrifices, he meant the difficulty of spending lots of time away from his loved ones in Australia. Plus, he added how things are much tougher for him as opposed to other players. Apparently, according to him, Australians are the only tennis players in the world that have that level of chaos. Kyrgios said it's easier for European and American players to lose or win a tournament, then take a 5-hour drive back home and spend a week there before the next event. Now, just listening to him say that sounds exhausting to me.
Well struck. And line.
Oh my goodness me, what a point!
The star also added how things are much worse for the Aussies in the game. He said that Australians have to be on tours that go on for about 4 to 7 months. He even went so far as to say he doesn't think it's healthy for literally anyone to be traveling for that long. The man added that no other professional athlete trains alone for 7 months at a time. The more he talks about it, the more we're convinced that he's right. He said that it's a super stressful situation. Plus, Nick said that it's not just the training, but that your off-court responsibilities will rise as your skill level does on the court. Like, the public has higher hopes for you, which kind of makes sense, right? Nick mentioned hearing comments like, "Why are you crying about it?" from the public. Ouch, well, that's mean. But he insisted that there was so much wrong with this. He said that when they're training, they're not really on a vacation. Imagine having to live out of a suitcase in hotel rooms for 7 or 8 months straight. Nick said that it got so bad that you're spending your whole day at the tennis courts just training. The athlete said that constant physical exertion was inevitable during competition, and he'd probably resign without a second's thought when the time is perfect. Now we think the man should be allowed to do whatever he wants.
This time of the year is a lot for someone, a player like me, with the pressure and expectation.
And to add on to all of that, he's even having a tough time playing. We say this because he hasn't gone even further than the 4th round in his home Grand Slam. So it's understandable if he's not very excited about the upcoming tournament. Kyrgios answered, probably not, when asked whether he anticipates feeling revitalized. He said there is enthusiasm, but anxiety and worry outweigh those 95 to 5. So we see how he's pretty frustrated and exhausted, both mentally and physically.
And the gambit from Kyrgios, not facing elimination, no fear.
that's not even all of it. The people can be pretty agitating at times too. Just recently, his fans were mean to our Serbian king, Novak Djokovic, and he wasn't pleased. So we all know of the rivalry between these two, right? And ever since then, the Kyrgios fans have been pretty rude to the Serb. Fans are also mad at Noel because of his whole no vaccination scandal. So it all kind of added up. Now, before you get curious, here's the tea. Nick Kyrgios has called on fans to be respectful of Novak Djokovic during his much-anticipated comeback to the Australian Open, but he acknowledges that some supporters may inevitably go too far. Nine-time champion Djokovic has expressed regret over how he was portrayed as a villain during the deportation drama from last year, and that drama caused all of Australia to split up and either side with him or oppose him. So now, understandably, Djokovic has expressed some concern, and it's not just about his strained left hamstring, but also about the welcome he would get from audiences. Makes sense. Pretty soon, the two will play an exhibition match, and the two might meet in a tantalizing Open quarterfinal.
Nick, you'll be back. Not just Wimbledon, but in finals.
Even though I can't at a Grand Slam, but it's very important to have him around because he's one of the most important for our sport. So.
With all that said, Kyrgios wants the people to be easy on his opponent. Listening to Noel's concerns, Nick, being the gentleman, urged his supporters to be nice. He's abided by the previous 2 years of whatever has been tossed his way, and he's here. And all he wants to do is put on a show, Kyrgios said to the press. Nick said that Noel had been one of the finest athletes of current times, and it's unfair to be mean to him now. The Aussie admitted that there would be some supporters who don't want him to win, but he said that this bias should in no way be because of the Serbs' past choices. He even went with the tough love approach. He called out his fans saying, "You guys have paid money to watch a guy play. It's a bit contradictory if you're gonna go there and be a clown about it. You've got to respect him a little bit at the end of the day, because he's one of the best to ever do it." After winning the Adelaide International, Djokovic said that he doesn't know what's waiting for him in Melbourne, but he hopes he gets a warm welcome. The poor Serbian even said that he's gonna try his best, and he hoped people would return the favor. But wait, here's the kicker. All this concern in no way means that he regrets not getting the vaccine. In fact, he said he was only following the rules when he decided not to get it. He said he was playing by the book, and that a third-party organization and medical board confirmed his opinion too.
Whether that signal was to get the trainer.
Nick is in my thoughts.
But wait till you hear what else he had to say. Craig Tiley, chief executive of Tennis Australia and event director, came under criticism for his handling of the Djokovic case. Now, this was when allegations surfaced that the player had been deceived about the conditions he needed to fulfill in order to enter the nation as an unvaccinated guest. Noel was pretty angry, saying that he had heard everything he needed to enter the building. He added that he had proper identification and everything, but they made him the villain in the middle. What do you think of the entire scene? Let us know in the comments. And with that, we'll be wrapping it up for today. Bye!